binoculars, and what do I see? Jersey Devil, Chupacabra, half a dozen Yeti. But no matter, baby, what I do, I can't seem to find you.
All right, welcome to Featured Creatures.
I'm Alan.
I'm Alex.
I'm Garrett. So today we're recording on this 22nd of January.
And what a 22nd it is.
Yeah.
Quite a day.
It's been quite a day. Seen the same cop like 3 times.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. He knows too much. It's going to be like E.T.
Suspicious that we're harboring some sort of
Well, I mean,
creature.
I just, knowledge. We're harboring knowledge of atmospheric beasts.
I'm just afraid they're going to take all the frongos away.
Well, speaking of frongos, we have another Bilip letter in our mail Kaylee Mabem bag.
Well, shoot.
And I haven't read it.
Oh boy.
I haven't read it yet. I saw it. I'm like, I'll read this live. The subject line is, Bilip is back.
So it's Bilip Turner Overdrive. This time, I guess.
All right, let's
Bilip is
give
back
this
in
the
town.
respect it deserves.
Always.
Greetings, once again. 'Tis I, Bilip. I have been gone for many months and journeyed much. I have recently acquired my own laptop to make it easier for me to email correspondences of my adventures. I realized while hiking through the frozen wilderness of western Alaska that I had experienced so many wonderful tales, but without any way to send them, I was only fulfilling but half of my duty as a field journalist. I hope he's warm, because if he's frog, that means he is cold-blooded.
That is true.
Or actually, are frogs cold-blooded?
Yes.
Sure.
Like 98%.
Yes, I'm also like, I'm going to go 90% sure.
I'm sure frongos have clothing.
Speaking of amphibians, I have something to bring up after we read this. Someone remind me.
There's also totally those mountain frogs.
And then the Mexican staring frog of southern Sri Lanka.
Yeah, you gotta love that it can be in Mexico and Sri Lanka at the same time.
Well, it's an invasive
citizenship.
species. The Asiatic walking catfish.
I began my journey as traveling north along the Pacific coast with Bigfoot. He led me along roads unknown to humans, through caves filled with sea lions, and even glimpsed a few bishop fish schooling together in glistening caves of quartz and opal.
Wow.
We parted ways in Astoria, and Bigfoot left me in the care of an excellent guide known as Sloth. He himself, a retired adventurer who was living in seclusion. He had spent his younger years hunting for pirate treasure.
Yep. Just hanging out with the Goonies.
He had his own small sea vessel built of the scraps of a great pirate captain. We descended into a grotto where his little fireball was docked. Next to its now entombed parent vessel, the Inferno, we put out to sea under cover of night and sailed north along the coast to the misty forests of Olympia. Though he had a hard time speaking, he learned how to communicate using nearby objects and sounds. He showed me a local lighthouse that is rumored to be haunted by a tormented young lady who had slid down the stairs to her death. Perhaps if I return to this beautiful land, I'll have a chance to meet this ghost. We reached the forest of Olympia less than an hour before dawn. As the sun was rising, I bid Sloth farewell and moved inland to find some shelter. I realized that this was going to be a very cold journey, and I would need to keep myself warm to continue moving north. I made a shelter next to a small river and fished for the day. Frongos are neither well adjusted to exposure to cold or suited to making human money. We are rather skilled at most river crafts, though, and so I was able to catch an ample supply of fish throughout the next 2 days. I used some sticks to make a small sled and pulled a haul of 200 pounds of sturgeon to a nearby Columbia store. I do not wish to bring any discredit upon my friends and featured creatures. I took for myself a jacket and some snowshoes that will keep me warm. I left the fish just inside the back door where they would stay cold for the remainder of the night. Now that I was properly equipped for the frozen north, I set out for my next adventure. The great quest to find a Kushtaka. If you remember, if I'm remembering correctly also, that is the Inuit, were otter?
Oh, yeah.
that made me hate that guy because he hated the gray.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah. I will tell this in my next email. Look forward to another surprise cryptid meeting that I was not expecting. There are many more to come. I apologize for my long silence, but I promise you and my fellow listeners will be given more than enough stories to make up for my absence. Bilip, Level 3 Field Journalist, Featured Creatures.
Bilip can do no wrong.
The best frog person.
Frongos. The greatest Frongo.
Indeed. I have to wonder if frongos resent the constant use of the term frog for the French. If they feel insulted being compared to the French.
Who knows? Bilip knows.
It's a Bilip question.
I guess that's true. Let us know, Bilip, if you resent occasionally being used as a racial slur for the French, as it were.
So, that was beautiful, and I'm very happy. The thing I was going to bring up about amphibians is they found 3 new species of salamanders in an aquifer in Texas.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that recently.
Yeah. That's it. Just some fun actual animal news.
Some real critters.
Yeah.
Real critters. Do these ones have any superpowers?
Like the axolotl?
Yeah.
I don't know, but the pictures kind of looked like axolotl with the little frills.
I see. Probably similar.
I hope so, because axolotl are fucking great.
Anytime animals have superpowers, it's exciting.
Yeah. So I guess we should get today's featured creature.
We should indeed.
All right. Today's featured creature. Vegetable Man.
I just imagine, like, cornstalk rustling noises.
What I was imagining when I first heard Vegetable Man, and throughout half of this reading, was the guy, Aquatine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's literally exactly what I was thinking.
So, his name is Vegetable Man. Or, I've seen it wrote Veggie Man. But as in my head, when I was doing research, I only referred to him as Hans Vegeman.
I was thinking Vegables.
Vegetable Man. His habitat is unknown. Possibly the Appalachian Mountains. As the first sighting was in Fairmont, West Virginia.
Interesting.
Another one for West Virginia.
They got a lot, dude.
Description. Over 7 feet tall. Very thin. With a semi-human shape. Appeared to be partially plant-based. It has large ears and striking eyes that flash between red and yellow.
When you say large ears, you're talking about corn.
I know. No.
It's like...
Big old ears of corn.
Big old ears, of course.
Why not both?
Por que no las dos? All I can think of now is just like the country girls make do. It's like,
damn, ear on Hans Vegeman.
Like, oh man, city zoologists see Bigfoot, country girls make do. That's where Vegetable Man comes from.
Oh man, that's a t-shirt.
Oh. Big old ears. Please continue. I'm sorry for interrupting with that.
I want you to interrupt more.
Big old ears. Ben Stiller style.
I didn't comment on its fucking flashing red and yellow eyes.
Well, I was more interested in the vaguely human shape. Describe vaguely human shape.
Super thin, like spindly.
All right.
Like how a stick figure is vaguely human shaped.
I guess that's true. I mean, a dog is vaguely human shaped. It's like a tube.
Up.
It's like a tube with 4 appendages. It's vaguely human shaped.
Its long arms and its hands with weird suction cup fingers that have thorns protruding from the fingertips.
This guy sounds like a beast.
Here's some info on him. Might be telepathic.
Why?
Also might be an alien.
Well, I mean, that's a given.
Just a telepathic alien.
Well, we know corn's not naturally occurring, so, I mean...
Not anymore.
Where'd it come from? Big ol' ears. luckily we won the war against the vegetable men, and just crossbred their corn more, and now we have. So he would have been, at the time, if he were an ancient astronaut vegetable man, he would have been like big old maize.
Maze man.
Big old maize.
Okay. Side story. 1968. Fairmont, West Virginia. Jennings Frederick. Let me do that again. Jennings Frederick was out hunting in the woods. He heard an odd noise. It sounded like a record player running faster than it should.
Calling Monster Island. Calling Monster Island. Come in, Minion.
Hey, sorry to cut in here. We had a technical problem that dropped about 9 seconds of audio. What it was Alan talking about how people are fucking with the victim. We got the tail end of it where we say it's hippies and MK Ultra, but it keeps coming up later, so we figured give a little explanation for what happened. Alright, back to the show.
MK Ultra.
Yes,
I was thinking,
but also just hippies.
Misidentification of somebody pre-civil rights, West Virginia.
A sort of high-pitched jabbering. When he tracked down the source, he came face to face with Vegetable Man. The creature looked weak and sickly. The jabbering increased. Suddenly, Jennings could make out words.
You need not fear me. I wish to communicate. I come as a friend. We know of you all. I come in peace. I wish medical assistance. I need your help.
With that, the creature lunged at him, wrapping him up with his surprisingly strong arms. Ooh. This is where it gets sexy.
Really?
Jennings, unable to break away from the creature's embrace, the creature pierced his skin with his thorns on his fingers. Whoa. While the creature was draining his blood, Jennings was enthralled by the flashing colors of its eyes. Then, as quickly as it pounced, Vegetable Man raced up the hill. Jennings heard a deep humming from the other side of the hill. He suggested it may be the creature's ship taking off.
Are there any pictures of this thing?
Drawings.
Well, I mean, that,
Hey, get your phone, look up Vegetable
artistic renderings. Let's see. I'm going to look this guy up. He sounds pretty cool. I like how he's like, hey, I just want to be your friend. I need medical attention. Oh, by the way.
Thanks for the medical attention. Bye.
Nothing personnel, kid. And just takes off over the hill. All right, let's see. Vegetable Man. Just immediately a picture of say Pink Floyd, Vegetable Man. A song by Pink Floyd, or a chorus written by Syd Barrett.
See, I'm telling you, this is what happened. The trip got wrong. He found a bunch of bushes and told everyone his crazy story, and they covered him with rum so no one would believe anything he said. Are you laughing at the rum joke or the
No, I'm
Vegetable
sorry.
Man?
I'm laughing just at these pictures of Vegetable Man. This is some good stuff right here.
There's a couple theories. And by a couple, I mean one. It's an alien.
Going for Grateful Dead spinner, fell out in the woods and got really, really hurt. Thought the bushes loved him. They don't. They just want your blood, but that's what it's called when you fall.
Interesting.
Man.
I mean, maybe he was just like, he was like being completely honest. Like, I need medical attention. And like, that's just what his people do.
Yeah.
They just drain other.
Drinks fucking blood with his fingers like Dio.
Well, it's just like fluids. Maybe you just need literally needed water and you just got it out of the blood. Yeah.
His weak finger thorns couldn't pierce the tree.
I'm getting so few images of this guy, but the one that I saw that I think is actually meant to be the Vegetable Man's pretty cool looking.
Is it the skinny one with the big triangle weird head?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
So pop culture. There's jack shit. There's nothing.
Akram Baldo.
I couldn't find shit for Vegetable Man.
The original Vegetable Man.
Say Akram Baldo?
Yeah, he's that painter. He did those people as stuff.
Oh, okay. I think
Giuseppe Acrabaldo, I believe.
What's that lady who takes the picture of the babies inside the pumpkins?
Oh,
Yeah, okay, they're not always inside pumpkins,
Sometimes
but yes.
they're in watermelons.
Those are
And like
vegetable
big
people.
squashes, but
They're
yes.
vegetable men.
Yeah.
They're vegetable babies.
It's a terrible thing to say about those children. Man.
Oh, yeah, Garbage Patch Kids.
But yeah, no, I saw this one. I was like, okay, that guy, yeah, no, that's a vegetable man.
But it's like all the other Renaissance paints. They kind of make you look better than you really are. Goya is the first person to say that you got a puffy, weird red face, and I'm not doing it. So he probably really had giant corn ears and flashing red and yellow eyes, which probably just means like glistening tomatoes and glistening pears.
I mean, I've heard of having cauliflower ears, but this is ridiculous. All these pictures, like people with like vegetables, just not even on them, but vaguely around them. And then the best, the clip from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah. This is like look like Walter Matthau with vegetables on him.
Called?
He's called Vegetable Man.
Is he?
Yeah.
Cool. And Shake's like, when you see it from the beginning, and when you really get into it,
the whole thing is a special feature on one of the DVDs.
Yeah. And there's another with like an assisted living Dracula one as well.
Yeah. And there's a
Radon's the original. Yeah.
Vegetable
Original.
Man. Wow. I love the idea of this guy though. But I definitely liked it more before it was clearly an alien. When I was just imagining like some kind of Resident Evil plant monster, just like vegetables stuck together to become a man, like a hive mind.
Yeah. Well, 2 weeks ago we had another telepathic monster.
That's true.
And then next week we also have another telepathic monster.
Indeed.
We're on a roll for telepathic monsters.
The
old
bun
telepathy.
is in your mind.
But
Yeah, I got no theory. Like I said, aside from maybe because at first when he was like, "Oh, I don't want to hurt you. I just want some help. I need medical attention." I was like, "Oh, definitely civil rights activist escaped into the woods." And then he attacked him and left for a spaceship, and I was like, "Nope, that's not black people. We do not have spaceships."
So now Mail Killer Mbembeg is still over here, open. So I'm going to pull out another letter.
I see.
This one from Maha.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right.
Congratulations on hitting your Patreon goal. So now that you all can add professional cryptozoologists to your resumes, what's next on the agenda? Field trips to find cryptids, perhaps?
I mean, that'd be fun. Maybe. As long as I don't have to get up early. That's my only...
Well, if you just don't sleep and you don't have to get up ever.
Ooh, no, then I'll be even more upset than if I have to get up early.
Well, that's how they get you. They get you when you're most susceptible.
Well, we are planning that trip in March.
Yep.
Which, again, we'll give more details to when pick a day.
That's the live show, right? That's the one we're doing?
Technically, it's
it's not really a
camping in
live
the
show,
desert,
but yeah.
and people can show up.
It's our on-location show.
Yeah.
It's literally going
For
to
our
be like
1-year anniversary.
5 of our friends going to show up and just dab on us out there.
All right.
That means we got to
Hey, Evan, check this out. Check this out.
We got to bring out.
Alan did it.
He did. He did.
I'm going to do it again.
Let's all do it. We're all going to do it on mic.
I'm going to do it again right now.
We'll just bring out.
Gotcha. I didn't do it. I just put it in my hand was a mouth. You got fooled. Don't believe everything you hear. Really.
He sneezed into his armpit and it looked like a dab. But we'll bring up atmospheric beasts so we can dab on the atmospheric beast.
We'll take some photos.
We're going to aggressively T-pose at the if any show up.
So
while we're in the desert,
let's thank our 4 new patrons.
Wow,
Dave.
That's what he put.
Don't laugh at them. What are you doing?
No, we can laugh at David.
Oh, okay.
We can laugh at
That's
David.
the whole fun of if you're gonna support us on Patreon, use just the silliest, most funny name, please.
Like Dave.
I don't know why that's funny. It just is.
Paul McDowell. I'm not going to read his name on here. I'm just going to say Luigi.
No, please. What's his name?
It's just Louis H.
I got it. Oh my god. All right. Okay.
And then Denise. Thank you, all of you guys, for paying for our hosting service.
In all seriousness, yes. Thank you.
We now each make 62 cents.
Nice.
More than I've ever made in my life.
And instead of, saving it, I'm going to just buy more hosting space.
Basically.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, indeed.
I'm also going to rearrange the Patreon tiers, so $1 will get the bonus episodes also. I still have to figure out something else for $5, but...
we can all just roast everyone.
It's like,
Tough love.
send us personal information and we'll roast you. That's the $5.
I'm thinking for $5, whenever we get new stickers, to send them out to the $5 patron.
Roast
I
is
feel like
40.
it's on par with roasting, but it's not as personal.
Okay, plug emendations.
Oh boy. Shafton.
I know this time. I have to look up the thing. I was sent a message by a friend a couple weeks ago for a Kickstarter that when I actually finally checked the thing, it had not succeeded, but by a wide margin. So my lack of support had nothing to do with it. But it was for a fighting game called Terrordrome, Reign of Legends.
Okay.
And
here, guys, God bless the ring.
I know it's not as good a name as that.
No, it's a better name.
But I looked up a trailer for it, and I found like gameplay trailer for that game. But it was a fighting game with like Universal movie monsters and like some reimagined like modern monsters. But they actually have it. That is a sequel to a game they made before that it just has like actual horror movie monsters. Well, I shouldn't say actual, but it has like Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers and Leatherface and stuff. Like we'll check out a trailer when we're in a recording because it looks pretty sweet. I mean, it looks pretty corny. It's no Dong Dong Never Die, but
best fighting game of all time.
It's debatable. But
your special fills up your special meter.
I feel like that's a knock against it. But at any rate, that's my plug. Is Terrordrome. Both Rise of the Boogeymen is the first one, and Reign of Legends is the second one.
All right.
So yeah.
All right. Yeah, so I just got this CD in the mail. I've only gotten 3 tracks in, but it's the legendary James Shelby Downard. I've never actually heard his voice, but it's recordings of that. Master of the King Kill 33. Lauren Coleman's Twilight Language blog has way more about it. But definitely, yeah, I never thought I'd hear these tapes in my life.
Interesting. Were they like presumed lost or something?
I think that just one guy had him. He moved to Florida, if I remember, and then some guy just kind of moved in. He had monthly meetings with him, and
I see.
He's just
He's like, hey, let me release these to the public.
74. Yeah, I mean, I think they're just for private archive.
Huh.
But
interesting.
Yeah, a saint in the world. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna plug Dragon Ball Super Broly.
I see.
The third Super movie.
Oh, they're vegetable people.
They are
vegetable men.
Kakarot, Vegeta, Broly,
Veget.
Nappa. There's one in the movie.
Is that it now?
Beats.
Now it's Broly. Now it's for sure short O Broly.
Yeah.
Weird.
I know.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, here's my thinking for it. Because the 3 Brawly movies aren't canon.
Yeah.
And this one is.
Yeah.
So there's Brawly.
It's a reboot.
Broly.
It's a soft reboot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a crossover like a Dimension War thing, and Brawly will show up.
I mean, they did that for fucking Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan fighting Super Saiyan 4.
Indeed.
Anywho, that's my nerd ass recommendation.
See, I was thinking Cybermen when you said vegetable people, like literal vegetable people.
Thinner,
I guess
if they were literally just
they grow
stalks.
from pods. They're like vegetable.
Yeah, they literally are vegetable people. But if they were thinner, they'd look the same, except for the no big ears.
Well, also, this guy's malnourished. He needs medical help. Maybe he just gets super
Yeah,
jacked when he has human blood. Yeah.
He's like,
yeah.
He got all big.
Maybe he just turns into a Bigfoot.
Well, I mean, that is, as I've said before, that is my theory on Bigfoot. That's why we never find the body. It's a lichen. It's the thing from Horror at Party Beach, but it just is furry moss, and it just dies, and people are like, "This isn't a Bigfoot body. It's moss." That's why we never find a body.
Moss, the character in IT Crowd.
Yes, Morris Moss,
Right.
but a lichen, not a lycanthrope.
But yeah. So let's end this.
What if you had a D&D monster that was a lycanthrope, but they were were-moss?
Thank you. So I'm running a Ravnica campaign right now, and you just gave me my Golgari.
I was going to say that is. I mean, I feel like that's hybrid Golgari, a Simic monster. Just reanimated a corpse, made him. I mean, it's Foo Fighters from spoilers from JoJo.
Okay, So, hit us up on Twitter at Feacre, Feacre. Send us an email. Our email is featuredcreaturepod@gmail.com. And think about giving to our Patreon. We're about to switch stuff up. So, by the time this comes out, I should already have switched it. So, bonus episodes are on all tiers. And then new stickers will be on $5 tier.
We'll roast you. $40.
The $40 tier, we roast.
You'll
somebody.
cry as much as you laugh. And then you cry more because it's just not going to end. Unrelentingly cruel.
$5 also has our Discord,
Oh, that's true.
which is semi-active.
I mean, I'm never there, but I'm also an old person.
He is.
Well, let's ramp this up. How do what do I got to do? Do I got to dab a bunch to make up for Shefton?
That's why I learned to floss. That's why I did it. So I could try to youthen a little bit.
Jesus.
Also, we got a new TikTok where
Oh, yeah. I got...
Oh, man.
I just cover myself in moss and floss it out.
I got yelled at by one of our fans for cutting you off during your TikTok rant.
Uh-oh.
But in my defense, you weren't talking into the microphone, and I had to amplify the fuck out of you to even hear you, and half of it was inaudible.
So I just kind of was running on a circle, just angry, yelling at the floor, I guess. Is that what I did? I don't remember. I don't remember this.
Yeah, see, because that's what I was going to say. I remember it happening, but I don't remember any of the specifics. I remember just like TikTok coming up and then just segueing away from it.
Yeah.
I'm just mad because I haven't found a way to make money on my TikTok. I dress up like anime characters and mime. Isn't that what a meme is? I don't know what a meme is. I tried.
Do people make money off TikTok?
I don't think so.
Because I mean, you
Not
could
like
buy
they did on
proxy.
Vine.
Well, you could buy proxy by advertising for yourself, kind of. It's like, oh, check out my funny thing. Follow me on YouTube. Get my Instagram, and then
None of us
money
know
out.
anything that we're talking about.
We don't.
I
We're
never
literally-
miss, huh?